Welcome back to another episode of the Finprov podcast. I'm your host, as per usual, the host with the most, the man with the biggest arms, all the charm dishing out all the harm. Finton Delicious, Aloysius Smith, how you doing? Hope you've been well. How have I been? Not bad, not terrible. If you watch it on video, you'll notice can't get my damn headphones to sit right. Also, the headphones, for whatever reason, have decided to stop. I can't hear myself, so there's that. That's always helpful. Look, few things straight off the bat. I think I gotta go see a psychiatrist. I think I have 1000% undiagnosed ADHD, OCD, and borderline bipolar. I gotta stop putting pens and things near me because I can't not touch them. And then because I can't hear myself in my head now, I sometimes forget that. That sound right there. It brings you back to school, doesn't it? High school, primary school. You're just bored and you just have that one kid that's just... And you just do it. Until someone can't take it. And they snap and you go, "Oh, it wasn't me, miss. No, I was just getting the ink to work." Calm down, just getting the ink. Yeah, it's working now. No worries, miss. Oh, it won't go down. Far out. And then I do it on a podcast and I go, "Oh, that might be hard to listen to." Another thing you might notice, beautiful stainless steel, bluish purple cup. Thank you to my friends. Not a sponsor. The door's wide open though, for Brewmate. Keep cup with some swag. Save the environment and look cool doing it. Brewmate. Mate, that's good. That's a good ad. That's something there. There's something, Brewmate, shout out. We want to work something out, My inbox is open. You just hit my line. Finprov.net. Fill out the contact form. Another thing, look, you'll notice every single week I wear one of the Finprov shirts. Of course I do. I bloody love the stuff. I wouldn't try sell it if I didn't believe in it, right? Now, there's a few people waiting on it. And I've got to say, my sincerest apologies. Man, I've been having an absolute nightmare, right? And of course, right, when I did the initial order, the way it worked out was they could only do an order so big. Like, it was like 6 or so shirts and then they'd have to break up the orders, which, I guess you could say I understand, but on a much more real level, I didn't understand. I didn't understand that, right? Anyway, so it worked out to be like 5 orders, right? And I got 4 of them. And I'm just waiting for the last one. And this one I'm waiting for, of course, because why wouldn't it be, was the first order that I put through. The very first one, right? And what had happened was, I put through this first because I wasn't expecting to get too many afterwards. And then, of course, I got more. And then by the end, I was like, oh, what shouldn't I wait and put them all together, right? But, hindsight's 2020. So I put through the order. And what happened is, this first order comes through and they send me an email saying, "We've run out of stock of your entire order." And I'm sitting there going like, shit, that's not ideal. That's not ideal considering I've got like 10 more orders since. And I've already taken their money. So it's not an ideal situation. Especially when the email just says, "Yeah, we've run out of stock of your entire order. And look, we can't offer a reprint on a different size or style. But if you want to order again on a different size or style, you can do that." So I was like, does that mean that if I do it, am I just doing it to amuse myself? Or are you saying that there'll be stock in a different size or color? So they give me a refund. I email them those questions and then they reply a few days later like, "We can't actually tell you." Yeah, usually it takes a few weeks for stock to come back. But again, if you want to try a different color or style, feel free. So I was like, and then the audacity to end it with, "Oh, I hope this clarifies anything." I'm sorry, Audrey. It didn't actually clarify anything. If anything, it muddied the waters a hell of a lot more. Really confused me. So you're saying I can order different size or color, but you can't tell me if you've got that in stock. So I went, okay. So then I ordered more, and the others were shipped within days. Shipped and arrived within days, right? This first order, I redo the whole thing, and it says shipped, everything's gone through. That was the 17th of January. They then give me a window saying, oh my God, if you're watching on video, I'm getting... This freaking cord keeps catching on my shoulder, right? Anyway, they give me a window. 17th January it shipped. 31st to the 9th of February is when it's saying it's going to arrive. So let's give them 2 weeks and then a whole 10 days right there where they're saying it could arrive. Of course, you're listening to this in order. It's past. It's past the bloody date. I email them going, hey, what's good? Because if I look at the tracking link, it says it's still in Germany, which I don't even know why the hell it's in Germany. I guess that's the warehouse that decided to make it up. Anyway, it says it's there, and it hasn't left. It was there, cleared for departure on the 18th. So one day after it's shipped, and it's saying no. It's still there for some reason. So I'm saying, all right. I get on the bloody horn with Australia Post saying, what's the go? I can see it's in Germany. Can you give me any ideas on when it's coming? What's the delay? What's the hold up? They go, oh, yeah, look, it's not in Australia, so essentially not our problem. So it's like, oh, when it gets here, we'll let you know. All right, thank you. What's good now? So they say, oh, you got to get in touch with the sender. So I'm like, all right, get in touch with them saying, hey, this thing's been there for 2 weeks apparently. 3 weeks, actually. It's been there for 3 weeks sitting there. Can you give me any sort of clarity on when it's coming? Of course, their response is, oh, look, it's not actually our problem. We definitely sent it there, and we can see it's definitely sitting there. So, yeah, if it's still there in a few days, get in touch, but we'll let you know when it gets shipped. All right, not helpful. So to those people that are waiting, my sincerest apologies. Man, you don't even understand how PO'd I am, how stressed I am. But it's like I cannot do anything. It's completely out of my hands. Australia Post can't do nothing about it. The sender's saying they can't do anything about it. So it's honestly bloody COVID, huh? We'll chalk that up when it's a COVID. So I mean, they've definitely been ordered. They're definitely shipped. But for whatever reason, they're stuck in friggin' Germany, and I can't get a time frame on when they're gonna arrive. So my sincerest apologies, extra kisses upon delivery. Look, another really fun thing that happened on this. Actually, just quickly, I might my voice sound a little bit hoarse. I might wetten that with a thanks to my friends over at Brew, mate. Oh, mate, that's good. Yeah, look at that. Keeps your ice, your cold stuff cold for hours and your hot stuff hot for hours. I mean, you want to brew good, brew it with your mate. Mate, that's good. Just, again, brew, mate, get in contact with the show. Look, another little thing that happened this week was, what was the day? Thursday, I think. Yes. Confidently, yes. Went for a ride with my girlfriend, right? We're going for a big bike ride, 30 Ks. Actually, we didn't quite make it that far. 20 Ks, right? Still a good ride. It's still a good solid effort, right? But the weather wasn't too good, so we come back early, right? Because we want to go to the beach after. So we go for a ride for an hour or two, whatever. We come back, we go in the water. It looks like it's about to storm rain. So we go back, go to the car, about to go to Chicko's. And if you know anything about Chicko's, obviously in Illawarra establishment, an Illawarra icon, Chicko's. I mean, I cannot go past the original and the best. The original burger, large original burger combo, just a big old fat piece of chicken schnitzel with some lettuce and some mayonnaise. I like to treat myself. I'm a fan. I have lost touch with the common man, so I had not one but 2 rashers of bacon for only $1.30 though. I mean, that's bloody chump change. Pair that with a water bottle as your drink because you're watching your diet, right? You can only have 1 liter. You can only have half a tub of mayo. It's half a tub of mayo or a fizzy drink. I don't recommend both, unless you're feeling extra adventurous, right? Unless you're feeling like really clogging up the toilet. Anyway, Chicko's, if you want to sponsor me, again, fill out the contact form for finprov.net. But I think anyone that does frequent Chicko's, I will die on this hill. Chicko's Wollongong, it shits all over Chicko's Fig Tree. Chicko's Fig Tree cannot hold a torch to Chicko's Wollongong. I mean, Wollongong has higher standards, higher customer service, quicker delivery speed. They never mess up your order once. The chips are always nice and salty. The chicken is always crispy and tender. They don't skimp on the mayo or the lettuce either. It's a beautiful delivery system. I love it. Chicko's Fig Tree, though, forget about it. Maybe I'm still holding resentment from when they didn't hire 15-year-old Finton. You're telling me I couldn't work the goddamn fries. I'm running a global podcast, but apparently I can't run the fries, huh? So maybe there's some deep-seated resentment there. Maybe that's what I'm telling you now. But I tell you what, the customer service is not there. The speed is not there. They mess up your order pretty frequently, at least in my experience anyway. They always skimp on the salt, they skimp on the mayo. I won't have it any other way. Wollongong over fig tree. You tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I won't be able to read it because it won't make sense to me. It will be like I'm dyslexic trying to read your argument. It won't make sense to me. But give it a try. Anyway, that was the plan. We were going there, right? Lo and behold, we get in the car, turn it on. Oh shit, it's not turning on. Now when I tell you I was PO'd, I was pretty pissed. I was pretty PO'd. Pretty ticked off. Pretty cross, I might say. Pretty upset because I'm trying. And it was like I couldn't. Now my car's an automatic, right? I could not push the brake in. I couldn't push the brake in at all because you got to push the brake in to start, right? And mine's keyless ignition. Again, I've lost touch with the common man, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm trying to start the bloody thing, right? Can't push the thing. I'm getting there 2 foot on the brake, trying to push it down so I can actually start the car. Wouldn't budge. And I've been getting a warning that my key was, the battery was dying for months and months and months. And when something's warning you for months and months and months, naturally, you write it off. You go, okay, it's having a laugh. This isn't actually going to happen. So that's what I assumed, right? Also, no idea how the hell to freaking change it because I had no idea how to even open the damn thing. It's like one of those fobs, you know, the keyless fobs. I had no idea how to open it. Anyway, decides it wants to die there. And then it would like half turn on, right? So you can have the aircon on and the radio, but you can't actually have ignition. You can't move the damn car. So I was sitting there and we're pretty pissed off, right? Pretty upset because, of course, we left the beach when it was looking like stormy. As soon as we get in the car, it's back to 35 degrees. So now, you know, I did give me an appreciation and an understanding, you know. My first thought was, I guess I understand why kids and dogs die. I guess I understand now why they die in cars. Because my legs looked like the Pacific Ocean. There was that much liquid on them. It was frankly disgusting. It was like I never actually left the ocean. It was like I was still swimming. That was the pool that was creating on my shaved legs, right? Feral. Anyway, what are we going to do now? If you're assuming the battery's fine, you know, naturally, because at least it's half turning on, so it's like, okay, but I guess it's just a keyless ignition, so that's why it's not letting me start the car. So then we're Googling, you know, it's got to have a fail-safe somewhere, because you've got a key, like, in the back of the fob, right? So you're getting that, pull that out. Do you think my car has a backup anywhere? You would think so. Apparently, it does not. That was a lesson learned on that day. I better hope I'm not stuck somewhere with zero reception and it's freezing cold or in the desert. If I go on an Australia-wide trip and not bringing my car, because if the damn key dies, I'm stuffed. Because it's got nowhere. It's meant to be under the cup holders. It's meant to be in the glove box. It's meant to be in the middle compartment. It's meant to be next to the steering wheel. Nowhere. There is no backup in my car. So then I called Dad. I'm like, you've got the spare key at home. Can you please bring that in? He goes, all right. So we bring the spare key in. Lesson learnt number 2. The guy that gave us the spare battery, the spare key, forgot to put the battery in. And he forgot to tell us that because we bring it in. That one's dead. Doesn't work. Doesn't do nothing. So then it's like, all right, got to call NRMA. So he comes. That's 40 minutes, right? At this rate, it's already been an hour and a half, sitting in 35-degree heat in the car. And we can't even leave the car to go back to the beach because the window's down and the car won't lock. The battery's just dead. So now it feels like the battery's dead in the car and it's dead in the key. So we can't even leave the damn car because it won't lock, right? Anyway, guy comes like 30, 40 minutes later. He's saying, is it the car battery or the key battery? Going, well, it's definitely the key battery, but I hope it's not the car battery. Lo and behold, it's the car battery. It's dead as well. It's dead as a fish out of water. Not breathing, right? So he's charging it up, he's doing it, and then he's like, you're going to need a new battery. But of course, your phrase is like, it's going to be, $288 if you want the battery, or do you want it, or... You know, do you think I'm in the mood for jokes, my friend? I just looked him dead in the eye and go, it feels like I have to get it, huh? And he's like, yeah, kind of. So that was fun. Anyway, he charges enough so I can actually move the car, reverse it in, park it for him. He's going to fiddle with the battery. It's like, it'll be about 20 minutes. We'll go for a walk or something. No worries. So we walk all the way back to the beach. At this rate, it's been 2+ hours sitting in the sun, right? Walk to the beach. Just lie down. Pull out my phone. Mindlessly scrolling for 45 seconds before he gives us a buzz saying, I've got the wrong battery. The one that you actually need is cheaper, But it's going to be 40 minutes because I got to go. And that's 20 there, 20 back. Oh, and your car won't lock because the battery's dead. So then we got to walk back to the damn thing, sit by the freaking car because it won't lock for another 30, 40 minutes. He comes back, fiddling with the battery. It starts pissing rain then. So we're sitting in the car going, oh my God, I'm going to kill someone. All this for $300, right? Then 15 minutes later, after playing with the battery, he goes, oh, yeah, look, it turns out the battery in your car currently, yeah, the one you've been driving around on for 2 years, yeah, it's the wrong battery. I was like bloody John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. Absolutely dumbfounded. I didn't even, you gotta pretend like you're a car guy with these things, so you're like, oh, really? That's weird. In my head, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What? What? How the hell are you telling me I got the wrong battery in my car? I didn't put it in there. I've had like 4 services in this car. The mechanics not once didn't think to bring that up with me. Go, oh, hey, yeah, the battery in your car. Oh, it's the wrong one. So, heads up. Do you want us to change? Oh, I'm not a bloody mechanic, but in my head, that would be something reasonable to ask. Yeah, you know the thing that powers your car? That's the wrong one for your car. You want us to do something about it? So anyway, he's like, oh yeah, so I actually had the right battery. I had a battery that would have fit this. Yeah. So it's going to be now, I'm back up to the more expensive price, and I've wasted an hour of my time now for this. So he finally puts it in, gets it, and then I got to pay, of course. And it works. When I tell you, so that was fun. I was very appreciative of his help. But man, how the hell I got the wrong car? How the hell I got the wrong battery of the car? The other thing was the guy's telling me I'm here. Like when he was starting to change it, he's saying to me that I need a dead battery. He's like, I'm here. He was looking me dead in my eyes, telling me like 3 times through. He's like, I'm here because you left something on. And I'm like, what? My guy, I am assuring you, nothing was left on. It was broad daylight, so my lights were definitely not on. The radio wasn't on. None of the windows, nothing was even open. It was off. It was in park because even when you try and get it and it's not on park, it'll flash and it'll give you like a little alarm so you know it's. I'm telling you something. He's like, I'm here because you left something on. I am here because you left something on. I am here because you left something on. And then I'm just looking around again, John Travolta. Why are you attacking me? I'm the one that's gonna pay you $300. Do you think I want you to be here? What's with the aggressive tone, my guy? That wasn't very nice. Man, what a waste of that was shitty. I didn't appreciate that. Brew, mate. Look, another thing that I've been pretty outspoken, pretty not shy of my feelings on TikTok. No, I've been like I said, I've been not shy to express myself, my feelings. See, that bit would have worked better if I had a vomit on the first time. But that's comedy. You learn as you go. So TikTok, right? I downloaded it again the other night because I've been starting to post some reels, right? And I'm going, I could just repost them on TikTok, see what gains more traction quicker, diversify my portfolio, if you would, on the old tick. I didn't last 24 hours on it. No. I think I downloaded it Friday at about 6 p.m. And it was gone Saturday. Shit. By lunchtime. Not even 24 hours. And I'll give you a few of the key points why I didn't get it. Number 1, comedy is dead. Comedy is dead. Internet comedy, don't get it one bit. Now you could say it's because I'm bitter, and I certainly am turning into a bit of a bitter old man, right? Internet comedy is dead. It's dead. It's dead. I don't understand. Dead in the water. I do not understand it one little bit. The spoken word is gone. Just put text over audio that doesn't even match the text. Boom, you've got it. Do the same thing that 90,000 other people do, and boom, you've got it. Another one, chicks. 24 hours, less. 20 hours on TikTok taught me, reaffirmed for me. Chicks don't even need rhythm nowadays. No. No. If you want to be successful, quote unquote content creator as a female on TikTok, do you know what you need? Because again, some of them obviously do comedy, things like that. But most of them, it's just dancing, right? You, as an attractive female on TikTok, do not even need rhythm. You don't need rhythm. And of course, you're making dancing videos. You don't even need rhythm. No rhythm, no timing, no soul. You just need one thing, or two if you'd like, and that is a pair of boobies. A big old pack of boobies. A couple of fun bags, a couple of milky wagons, right? A couple of boom boom bazookas, right? A couple of baby feeders, right? That's all you need. A couple of airbags, a couple of fun balloons, right? A couple of udders. That's all you need. That is all you need to be successful on TikTok. I'll show you right now. This is what they do. And you can't even see my face when I'm about to do this. And honestly, that doesn't change it because half of them don't even show their face, right? I saw one on my For You page, even though I only follow one person, and it's a powerlifter, and it's my friend. I don't even know if you can say, I don't know how you can say it's the algorithm, right? This is what's popular, right? Anyway, this is what it is, right? This, I think it was 3 million likes. Something like that. That's 3 million likes on TikTok. Do you know why? It's because it got a big old pack of boobies. Even you get the classic chicks in bikinis to the, I come from a land down under. That one, but the remix, right? Again, this is all you need to do. That right there just got me 685,000 likes. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. It's because my boobies were jiggling up and down. It looked like I was in a bloody earthquake. That's why I just got 685,000 likes. Did they even hit it on beat? Absolutely not. Did they match the song? Absolutely not. When they were lip syncing it, were they even remotely on time? Absolutely not. No worries, because they got a big old pack of some fun wagons up there, right? A couple of milkers. That's all you need. Then there's another guy that's blowing up right now, right? It's the guy that is back on the Karen thing. Now, I thought the whole Karen meme died a little while ago. For one, I never thought it was funny, but I thought it died at least, right? Anyway, 20 hours on TikTok will show you it's not dead. Now you've got this black guy going on there, right? And I guess that's why it's funny, because it's like Karens you associate as an old white female, and because he's a young black guy, it's like polar opposites, right? So then when this guy you're expecting to have a deep voice or something goes, Excuse me, ma'am, do you have your credit card? Okay. Your credit card's declined. It's declined. Yeah, it's declined. And then the guy's like, oh, can you keep it down? And she's like, it's declined. Sir, your card's declined. Your card's declined. Your card is declined. That's good for 1 million likes, right? Another one is, the crossover event of the year. Oh, my God. My last stint of 4 days on TikTok, right, showed me one of the biggest guys. It's like, what, Jay is kind of funny or something like that. The guy that just goes, Muñeño? And he just annoys people. Like, he's just a nuisance to society. They like to phrase it as a menace to society because they think that's like cool, whatever. You're just annoying. That's it. And it's like bumping like trolley carts into people, and it's like that's comedy apparently because you're ruining someone else's day. Whatever. And his only words he says is Muñeño, Muñeño, oh papi, Muñeño. Crossover event of the year. Him and the Karen guy crash trolleys into each other. One's going, Excuse me, sir, what are you doing? And the other one's like, Muñeño. And the other one's like, sir, what are you doing? And then he's calling over in a plea. Excuse me, come over here, yeah? Excuse me, this guy is in my car, and he's like being really aggressive. Okay, I'm gonna call the cops. And then the other guy's like, Muñeño. He's getting upset. Oh, Muñeño. And the other one's like, I'm gonna call the cops. Stay there, sir. I'm gonna call the cop. And that right there That right there is comedy. So that's why I didn't last 24 hours on TikTok. He's not big on TikTok, but it's pretty similar. The guy, another one is pretty big, is the guy, and I've talked about before, there's classic reaction videos where it's just dudes that yell into their Apple headphone microphones. That's it, right? That I'm not skipping anything. That's all they do. This guy does that, right? But he also does something that's really funny and really unique. And I'm gonna do a little bit of another role play for you, right? I'm gonna do another role play. You just give me one hot second. All right. I've got the headphones on me. I've got the only prop I need. Now let's do it. Ready? And see if you can pick up on the thing that's really clever that he does. Okay, actually, what video are we watching? We're gonna pretend that we're watching. I think there was one to let's. Oh wow. Let's pretend like we're watching. What is like? I'm having a stroke. I'm trying to think of the content, but I can't get over the really clever part. All right, let's just pretend we're watching the one he watched. It was like a guy, and he was making. It was like a mold of a penguin, and he was making the penguin, and then the guy. This is what he does. Oh, is it? Wait, again, the audio has to be terrible, so I'll come in close to the mic. Oh, he's making a penguin. Oh, okay. Oh, he's gonna be so cute. Oh, and then the video happens, and the penguin, he turns around stuff, and it comes out, and it's all stuffed up. So, he's making a penguin. It's gonna be okay. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. Look at him. He's gonna be so. It comes out ruined. That's internet comedy. Another funny thing he does, right? And you wouldn't have picked it up on that because it wasn't applicable. But in other videos, we're going off the same thing. Now just see if you pick it up. See if you pick it up. Okay, wow, okay. Yeah, look at it. Oh, he's petting the dog and then he's petting the dog and then the dog's looking at me. Oh, daddy. Oh, yeah. Daddy. Tell me if you picked that up. Hit up finprov.net. Tell me if you picked up the subtle thing I did in there. Internet comedy is dead. Another thing I've been getting back into lately, right, is cycling. Now, I'm a big fan of cycling. You know, I'm no world-class athlete, but I'm bloody close. I think my favorite thing about cycling is, right, I was raised, you know, the bike I used to ride is like 20 kilos. It's all like, it's a mountain bike from the 70s, right? You can't change gears. Tires are like half a foot thick. If you want to get anywhere, you got to ride hard and you got to ride fast. You cannot pace yourself. You're not going to get anywhere. Because again, you can't rely on the gears to get you from A to B. You got to go hard and fast. So now I actually have a good road bike, right? Half the weight, much faster, working gears. I fly in that thing. But I can only ride one way, and that's hard and fast, right? So the favorite thing is it brings out that like predator in you, you know? Hopefully no one clips that one. Clips that one together. That's a dangerous out of context right there. But it does, right? Because my favorite thing is you just have people in your sight and you just mow them down. I love mowing people. You'll see them 500 meters in front of you, and I'll blow my load trying to get to them. Hopefully no one cuts that one. But that's my favorite thing, right? But usually I used to ride at night, right? I love riding at night because you got empty roads. You can go straight on the main roads, and you know there's no cars to annoy, right? Because people don't like cyclists, and you can't win as a cyclist. It's like if you know, there's one thing leisure, and then there's one thing pros. If you're in that middle where you like to go fast, but obviously you're not in full lycra yet, but you're also not out for a Sunday stroll, which is the category I fit in, right? No one likes cyclists because if you ride on the road, you're never going to beat a car, right? So they're always going to be annoyed at you there. And if you ride on the footpath, you're faster than a person, and people don't like you there because people are assholes. That's getting back into it. People are assholes, man. People are so bad, especially on like the Blue Mile, right, through Wollongong. That's my trek at the moment. My favorite trek is start Wollongong Golf Course, right, and you go all along the Blue Mile. It's 15k to sort of Thirroul, Sandon Point, that area, right? And you can go further or whatever, but usually Macaulay's Beach, that's a good one, right? It's like 15k there, 15k back, give or take. So 30 round. Man, and I went yesterday on a Saturday thinking, oh, it's pretty gloomy, not going to be many people around, maybe a bit quieter. Absolutely wrong. And do you think, it's like, oh my God, the other day I had to pass 3 ladies in prams, right? 3 ladies pushing prams. Do you think they can walk behind each other or 2 next to each other or 1? No, they got to take the whole footpath, both sides, left and right side. Do you think they're going to respond to a bell? Absolutely not. Do you think they're going to respond to the sound of tires and a sweaty man going... Absolutely not. You got to go right around them on the grass. You see one person walking a dog. How does one teenage girl walking a little puppy dog, manage to take up 3 lanes? A bike lane, a walking lane, and another bike. How the hell is that managed? I don't know. Maybe because she's too busy on her phone walking in the middle of the path, letting a dog run laps around her. You think she responds to a bell? Absolutely not. And then when they finally respond, they wait until you've now decided you've taken action, you're going around them, whichever way you can fit. Then they'll always, every single time, will step directly onto you. A bloke the other day, because you got these little kids riding trucks and stuff, do you think parents have any control over their kids nowadays? Absolutely not. They just let them go wild. Going into people, going to think. It's like, and I'm sitting there, and I'm not one of the people that goes ding, 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 likes to ring my bell. I feel like it's a bit aggressive, a little bit rude. So I wait my turn, I be patient, I slow right down, and I go around. But Jesus Christ, your kid's running at me, right? So then I got to go past him, and now there's a guy in a wheelchair, and every time people see a guy in a wheelchair or whatever, they go, oh my God, let me get out of your way. But get out of their way, in their little heads, means I've got to give them 50 meters of space. Absolutely not. What are you do? Why are you doing that? The bloke's he's capable. Just because he's in a wheelchair doesn't mean he needs these special rules. That means you've got to give him 10 freaking meters of space around him. No, just step a little bit to the left and the right and let him through. And you've got no worries. But people overcompensate because they're being nice. They're treating the disabled guy with respect. Yeah, absolutely not. Anyway, guy literally steps on top of me. Within an inch of me crashing straight into him. Because I've got his stupid kid riding straight at me. Then he sees a wheelchair. Instead of reeling the kid back on the little trike, no, he steps 20 meters to the left, which now I've had to try and overtake him through, steps right onto me almost. So of course I'm Ryan doing these ones, my favorite. I push him from the right to left, push him left to right. I go, oh, me here? I love doing those ones. I'm petty, I'm a petty little man, right? I get sick of it. You got a couple walking on both sides of the road. You telling me you can't walk next to each other on one side? I've looked at your asses and I've looked at mine and gone, well, mine's a hell of a lot thicker, yet I would be able to walk next to someone on one side of the path. I mean, can we just be a little bit aware of people? Aware of your surroundings? Is that too much to ask? I don't know. Maybe it is. What the hell would I know? Something else that's just been bothering me a little bit, right? And that's, you know those people, especially in the media, right? Now, something I haven't really shared. I'm a big sports fan, Of course, people that know me, I'm big into fighting, I'm a highlights man. Full disclosure on things like NBA, basketball, American sports. I don't care about NFL. It's like 5 hours for a 40-minute game. Who gives a shit about that? But, I love NRL, AFL, could care less about it. I loved playing it, but hate watching it. It's just hard to follow. It's hard. It's fun to play because it's hard to follow, but it's terrible to watch because it's hard to follow, right? But you just have those people that they're acting like they're saying these profound things. Just these things that no one thought of. And they're making this profound statement. It's like, I told you. But what they're telling you is something that's incredibly obvious. It's not profound at all. One fine example I stumbled upon the other night, right? Klay Thompson, if you're unfamiliar, a top 20 player in the NBA. I don't think anyone would disagree with that, right? Arguably the greatest shooter of all time. If not greatest, he's definitely top 3. And it's unequivocal, unarguable, right? He's coming back from an ACL and an ACL tear and an Achilles tear. 2 humongous injuries, career-threatening injuries, right? But the dude has a game not predicated on athleticism. That's where those injuries affect the guys that rely on their bounce, rely on their speed. He's not one of them. He's a pure shooter. He can score 60 or 4 dribbles, for God's sakes. He doesn't need to jump and dunk and do all that nonsense, right? So guy comes back, and of course he's good. He's not as good as he was because he's had 2 friggin' years off. He's going to take time to come back, but he comes in good, right? Famous media analyst Stephen A. Smith, who's only famous because he yells. That's the only thing he's famous for, is he yells. He's a heel, which I get you've got to have, but for God's sakes, he's not friggin' insightful. Yet the man comes in acting like he's like, I told you he was going to be great. Didn't I tell you? I told you. Perk, you sit there, I told you. Klay Thompson is going to be great. And I said it, and no one believed. And you're sitting there as a fan going, oh, well, he's one of the greatest players in the league. Yeah, you saying, my friend Steve, you were not the only one that realized he was still going to be pretty damn good. You got Joe Rogan, whose entire freaking career essentially is based off of saying these profound statements that are not profound. They're profound to the stoner losers that listen to him, right? One major one that you always see clips of, you always see when he went through that phase, right? The chimpanzees are deadly phase. You telling me this thing that's where an ant we've evolved from, right? It's the one that's like us, right? But a hell of a lot hairier, a hell of a lot stronger, can get a hell of a lot bigger. You're telling me they're pretty dangerous? Oh, okay. Wow, I guess I never thought of that, Joe. I never thought this 200-pound monkey would be deadly. I never looked at its gigantic teeth, its thick fingers and hands, its mob mentality, living in the jungle, throwing shit at people, and went, oh, they could probably hurt me. Never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind, Joe. What a clever statement. Did you know that chimpanzees, they'll rip your fucking arm off. They'll rip your arm off. They're crazy. You ever see, hey, Jamie, pull that up. You ever see that? They'll rip your fucking arm off. They think these cute and cuddly things. No. You ever see that video in Africa, right? And they're filming it, and they gang up on each other, and they're ripping them to pieces. You fight a chimpanzee, it'll rip your arms off. Wow, Joe. Essentially, big old hairy, bigger, stronger, fiercer humans living in the jungle are deadly? I certainly didn't think of that, Joe. That is very profound. And I see why you have the biggest platform in the world. Now, those ones may be just more gripes for me, because I don't understand it, right? I guess that's because I try to build this off of... I make it crystal clear that what I say in here is opinion-based. I'm not trying to present things as fact. When they're fact, but they're fact off opinion. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to make some groundbreaking facts. When I say how to do the dishes, that's fact. But it'll only change your world, not the greater world, right? But something that could change everyone's world is deer. Drop everything and read. I think we live in a world that's so fast-paced. I don't know about you, but all I see online is side hustle, side hustle, side hustle. Get money, make money, make money. Alpha crypto guys, just chicks shaking their tits. You know, I'm a little bit over it. I'd love to go back to simpler times. Now, I tried this the other episode. I chose a bad book. I thought I just hadn't workshopped the voices. No one seemed to care too much. Didn't hear no feedback from it, right? The only feedback I heard from it was like, well, I never understood the comics. So, so then I went, okay. I kind of knew that was a risk. If you didn't know the comics, my very, very subpar impressions are probably not going to make you understand it, right? So I went, okay. And I was trying to find some children's books, something fun like that, but we didn't have them, right? But I found something better. What are the 2 C's of podcasting? That's correct. Crime and comedy. Comedy's your second biggest genre. Absolutely number 1 in all the charts is always going to be crime. And you're thinking to yourself, crime and comedy do not mix. And I'm here to tell you, they absolutely can. Because today on Dear, we are reading Reasonable Doubt. Bizarre Tales of Death and Justice. Shout out to my man, Wayne Howe. Crime, that's what's going to, I've been trying to find my niche. I think this is the niche. Crime and comedy. I'm sure there's other people doing it, but I haven't heard of it, so independent thought. Look, if you're unfamiliar with DEAR is an acronym, my friends. It stands for Drop Everything and Read. It was huge in primary school, right? That's when you crack open a book, grab a healthy snack. Today I'm bringing some apple slices, because I'm classy. I'm not going to eat it like a friggin' Neanderthal. Speaking of apples, because when I was chopping it up, I did notice. Where are you little sucker? There we go. I got the sticker on one of them. You remember in school, you always got the kids. That would eat the apple sticker. And I was one of them. And you would just eat it, and you'd be like, that kid's weird. Because you're always going, oh, I'll do it. I'll eat the sticker. And everyone's going, no, don't eat the sticker. It's not, what? And you're just like, I don't care. And they're like, no, don't do it. It's not good. Don't eat the sticker. It's like, oh. I don't care. It tastes delicious. They're like, oh, come on, that's disgusting. What does it taste like? It tastes so good. Mm-hmm. Oh, you ate this. Miss! He had me, Finton ate the sticker. He ate the sticker. Oh, why'd you do that, Finton? Oh, I don't care, Miss. It's delicious. I'll eat another one if someone's got it. Always had those kids. And then you had the kids, again, I was one of them, that eat the core of the apple. God, you were a bad. You remember being at year 6? You were a bad. If you ate the core of the apple seeds and all, you're a badass. You got the kids screaming at you, don't do it, don't eat the seeds. Like, haven't you heard? My dad told me that if you eat this apple seeds, a tree will grow inside your stomach, inside of you. It's like, oh, I don't. Look at me, I've got room for a tree. I'll just poop them out. I'll just poop them out. Oh, that's disgusting. You're going to poop the seeds out. That's disgusting. I'll do it. I don't care. I do not care. Think you're going to have a free... I don't care. I'll do it right now. And they'll be like, oh, didn't you eat an apple earlier? Where's your rubbish? You're like, what rubbish? And you just hold the stem. And they're like, what? You ate it all? You ate the core? Yeah. I don't care. Miss, can I go to the toilet? Oh, he's got to poop out the seeds. Miss, I've got to plant a tree. When's Earth Day, Miss? Well, it's next week. Oh, I can hold it. I can hold it, Miss. I'm gonna just dig a hole for me. I was one of them, so, you know. Oh, I'm not as wild as I used to be. The sticker got caught in my throat a little bit there. Look, long episode today, but that's why we're going to finish it with a chapter from Reasonable Doubt, Crime and Comedy. Should we read the introduction? No. All right, as per usual, we'll take a bite of our fruit. Yum. And let's get cracking into a few pages of Reasonable Doubt. All right, chapter 1. David Hooks, a cricket hero, dies. That sounds awfully crimey. One of cricket's also Audible. This is sort of my demo tape submitting to you if you want to get on board. My Finprov.net. Hit up the contact form. Look. One of cricket's most famous matches of the modern era, the 1977 centenary test between Australia and England, of course we all know that one, was full of pomp and memories of 100 years of test cricket. The Queen attended and dozens of former test cricketers, decked out in their best suits, watched and reminisced about their glory days. The first 2 days had moments dramatic enough to stop the old boys' yarn for a while. England fast bowler Bob Willis broke the jaw of Australian opener Mick McCosker with a fifth. Audible. I'll be better. This is a practice, okay? So we can edit it out later. Mick McCosker with a fierce short ball and the world's, am I dyslexic? And the world's best fast bowler, Dennis Lilly, took 6 for 26. We all know what that means. To skittle England for just 95 to 43 runs between Australia's modest 138. But as the pitch and players' nerves settled down, things became more sedate. Australia slowly built up a lead of about 200, and the oldies got back to catching up. Then a blonde, brash 21-year-old in his first test changed all that. In a match that was supposed to pay homage to cricket's past, David Hooks introduced its future. With the fall of I might be dyslexic. With the fall of veteran Doug Walters' wicket shortly after lunch, Australia was 5 for 187. With McCosker uncertain to bat again, although he did and made a vital 25 with his head swathed in bandages, the game was evenly poised. Another wicket would have swung things England's way. Oh my god, I can't read. With Hooks on 36, Australia's captain, South African-born Tony Greig, decided to test Australia's new hope with spin from both ends. Hooks defended Greig's first 2 balls, but then decided enough was enough. So with that, it was the centenary test. And all those big shot legends were watching. So what that it was his first test. So what that there's not good grammar in here. So what that the bowler was the England captain. The offies he was serving did not look that impressive. They looked hittable. In park cricket, they would have been hittable. So Hooks hit them. This is how, 18 years later, to the Herald Sun's John Anderson, Hooks described the 5 balls that changed his life. That turned him into a cricket legend who had lived every cricket-mad youngster's dreams. How many friggin' pages is this one? Because it's becoming apparent I can't actually read. Oh my god. Too long. Maybe that's why no one does. Maybe that's why no one does crime and comedy. Audible, I'm still open, of course, for maybe I'll start an episode with it. Next episode I'll start with that. We can't finish with it because it turns out I can't read. Look, thank you as usual for joining me and tuning in to the Finprov podcast. It can't be a global podcast without you. Now, as Finton, delicious Aloysius, I'm signing off. Hope you have a good time, good day, good week, good life. And I'll catch you next episode for the milestone, episode 20, a fifth of the way to our own century mark. Take care. Delicious Aloysius, signing off. Goodbye.